All right, today we're tackling one of the most demanding selection processes out there, the Services Selection Board interview. We're going to break down a pretty fascinating idea, a structured AI framework designed to be your ultimate training partner for this incredibly grueling test.
I mean, that's the real question, isn't it? Every single person aiming for the armed forces has to grapple with this. This is so far from a normal job interview. You're not just polishing up a resume. We're talking about a 5-day marathon that assesses everything about you. So how on earth do you even start to prepare for that?
Exactly. The SSB is a complete beast. It's built to poke and prod every single part of your character. Your intelligence, your psychological profile, how you lead, how you work in a team under serious pressure. It's a total, holistic evaluation. And that's precisely what makes it so tough to crack. Okay, so you have this massive challenge. And now, a new kind of tool is emerging to meet it. Let's dive into the solution laid out in our source material, the SSB GPT. It's designed to be your very own AI training partner for this whole process. And this right here is the engine that makes it all work, a framework of 100 highly specific, really structured prompts. See, this isn't just about having a casual chat with an AI. It's about giving it a precise rulebook, a curriculum that transforms it from a general-purpose tool into a specialized coach that knows the SSB process inside and out. So here's the bottom line. The SSB GPT is positioned as your 24/7 digital mentor. It's built from the ground up to simulate every single stage of the interview, giving you practice, feedback, and analysis whenever you need it. It's all about making top-tier preparation accessible, anytime, anywhere. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this actually works. We're going to walk through all 5 stages of the SSB, step by step, and see how specific AI prompts are designed to help you master each one. First up is stage I, screening. This is the big filter. A huge percentage of candidates get screened out right at this point. So doing well here is absolutely non-negotiable. It's all about making that first crucial cut.
So this first stage has 3 main parts. You've got the Officer Intelligence Rating, or OIR, which is basically testing your aptitude. Then there's the PP&DT, where you see a picture and have to write a story about it. And finally, a group discussion based on the stories everyone wrote.
And a prompt like this is where you see the real power. You're not just taking some random practice test. You're telling the AI to act like a real examiner, time me, score me, and this is the important part, act like a coach, analyze my performance, and tell me exactly where I'm losing time and how to get faster. Now, let's move on to stage 2. If you make it past screening, you go into the deep dive, the psychological tests. This is where the assessors really start to build a detailed profile of your personality. And it's a whole battery of tests, right? You've got the TAT, writing stories, the WAT, reacting to single words, the SRT, reacting to everyday situations, and finally, the STT, where you describe yourself. And you know what the biggest challenge is here? Staying consistent across all of them. Now, this prompt is incredibly smart. It's asking the AI to do 2 things. First, to act as a consistency checker, flagging any contradictions in your responses. But second, and this is key, it asks the AI to be a teacher, to explain the why. How do psychologists actually read these tests to look for those crucial officer-like qualities, or OLQs? The core stuffs like initiative and courage. Okay, next up, stage 3, the group testing officer tasks. This is where you get out of the classroom and onto the field. It's all about seeing how you perform and lead in a real group setting. In this stage has a huge variety of tasks. There are group discussions, planning exercises, physical group tasks, individual obstacle courses, and even a public speaking challenge called the lecturette. It's designed to see how you think and act when you're on your feet. This is where the AI gets really creative, right? How do you practice a physical group task when you're alone at home? Well, you use mental rehearsal. This prompt tells the AI to create a problem using everyday items, forcing you to strategize and think through a plan, focusing on cooperation and initiative, the exact skills the GTO is looking for. Moving on to stage 4, we have the personal interview. This is often the longest, most intense part of the whole process. It's a one-on-one, deep dive with a senior officer who's already reviewed your entire file. This interview covers literally everything, your life story, your knowledge of what's happening in the world, and how you handle stress.
A huge focus is on your personal information questionnaire, or PIQ form, making sure that the person they're talking to matches the person on paper. And here's how you get ready for that intense pressure. This prompt transforms the AI into a tough interviewing officer. It drills you on your own PIQ form, looking for inconsistencies, and then it role-plays, hitting you with those unexpected, rapid-fire questions designed to see if you'll crack. And finally, we get to stage 5, the conference. This is it, the end of the 5 days. You walk into a room and meet the entire board, the psychologist, the GTO, the interviewing officer, and they make their final call. So the brilliance of this prompt is how targeted it is. You're not just practicing generic questions. You're telling the AI to zero in on your weakest areas and simulate the panel grilling you on that. It forces you to practice staying confident and composed right when you're feeling most vulnerable. But as the source material points out, this whole AI framework isn't just about passing a bunch of tests. The real goal, the deeper purpose, is about systematically building your character and developing those officer-like qualities. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. On the left, you've got the old way of doing things, scattered, inconsistent, with vague feedback. But on the right, you see the AI-guided method, structured, targeted, and built around constant pressure simulation. It's a fundamentally different approach to preparation. And all of this, all these stages and prompts, they all build up to one massive strategic advantage. The whole framework is designed to pull these separate pieces together into one seamless training experience. And this is the capstone. Prompt number 100. This is the whole shebang. It tells the SSB GPT to run a full-day mock SSB. It takes you through every single stage in order, from that very first screening test all the way to the final conference questions. It is the ultimate dress rehearsal. So this all leaves us with a really powerful question. By blending a structured curriculum with a powerful AI, are we looking at the new blueprint for how people prepare for the biggest, most high-stakes tests of their lives? Hard to say for sure, but it's an incredible peek into the future of preparation.